I know what I need to do, what I should be doing, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Before, you've already managed to quit masturbation for a long time, yet you're doing it with frequency again. Why? You used to have great consistency in the gym, and then you didn't, and then you did, and then you did again, and then yet again you don't anymore. Why? Out of nowhere, you decided that you wanted something better for yourself. You knew you had a greater life waiting for you that you could attain. So you did the unbelievable, and you started really trying. You started sweating more, meditating, praying, journaling. You spent less time on your phone, on social media. You, in yourself, became a person you would admire. You felt powerful, but it all disappeared. Why? And surely, if you managed to get yourself back up, you will crumble again, because you have not yet realized what is happening. I'd like for you to bear with me a little as I talk with you and think for yourself a little bit. Why and how has and could this have happened? A redoubtable person falling. Well, how do you think that a warrior has the courage to fight a war? Is it because they are strong and that's it? No. It's because he has a cause, which independently from the war, he lives for. A cause for which nothing could happen in life and flesh for him to give it up. You now have a portion of the grand image in your mind, so let's go a little deeper. You may not have realized it, but you were actually operating on motivation. As you know, motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes, and you may think to yourself, well, how come it's lasted for months? Because this is a more subtle type of motivation. A motivation which promises you greater things. However, it can never become a conviction because it doesn't promise you what you really want. So you're spending all of this time cultivating things, character within yourself, difficult traits, gym, working out, studying, all those things, business, but you're using it for something that just doesn't sit with you, something that you don't want. It's like you're using material B to construct house A. It just won't work. Let me give you an example. You've heard of the saying probably, don't build your house on sand, build it on rock, but it's said better than that. Well, I'm actually not going to be talking about that saying. I'm going to be using the analogy of building a house on top of sand versus building it on top of rock. When a house is on sand, of course, it gets engulfed. When it's on rock, it stays there. And this house could very well be these traits that you're trying to improve, all these better mechanics for your brain, for your body, for your health. And perhaps before you even discovered self-improvement, it was always there, deep inside of you. But now it's been engulfed without leaving a trace. And you're back to being a person which lives in a degenerate manner, knowing that you shouldn't. The mystery of feeling like you're never doing enough, you're never making progress, is because you start improving and the house crumbles, it gets engulfed by the sand. And now you have to spend all of your energy to get it up. Once again, now what? How are you going to develop the house, your values, your traits, how you are as a character? Because whenever you start building new windows or a better roof, it starts going down and it's under the sand. And you're gonna lift it off, and again, and lift it off. It's hard. But what if your ground didn't take your house away? I'll give you another way of looking at it. The more you cement this into your mind, the more beneficial it will be for you. The curve of motivation is a curve. It goes up and it goes down. It's not something you want to depend on for really making a change in your life, because at any moment it can just go down and you are down. The usage of motivation then is not ideal for you. So if you don't use motivation, what do you have? Well, motivation is something you don't control. So what is the controlled you? That is your conviction. Operate by your own terms, not by what surges or comes up. By your own inspirations. Choose what inspires you. Don't be inspired. Choose what inspires you. Choose what you want to do. Choose what you like. Choose when you want to take a rest and how you do it. Live according to what is real to you. Life is opinion to our inner temple. Nothing from the world can touch your soul or your mental state. Only that which you opinion about. Therefore, negate all opinions that do not serve your highest life. I'm unworthy of love. I am ugly. I am unlikable, I'm lazy, I'm weak. Nobody's ever going to be there for me. I am unworthy of attaining that which I want. Read of those thoughts, they serve you no good. Life is opinion, and you can have a better opinion about yourself, and you should. Strive to be 1% better every day. That's my motto. You will go the distance with that. Have patience. There is time, here and after. Life is long. To carry on going forward, there's a few things I suggest to you. Love the action, not the result. This means that this is a way of life. It means don't look Don't do A, B, C in your life just to attain D. Pause. It means do A because you love A, and eventually you also like B, and A will take you to B. You like to make music. Great. Love that action. Make music. Music will eventually give you money. Whether it is you make it for video games, for movies, for other people, soundtracks. Maybe you create actual songs, whatever. Eventually, that will bring you money and you're doing what you love. And also learn to control yourself. Say no to yourself a little more often. You have something you want to get, a great body. So say no to sugary stuff every now and then. Take breaks from it. You know you have something that you really want to achieve. Don't let the lesser desires triumph over the highest one. Learn to be more self-disciplined. Actively decide your breaks. Don't just wake up in the morning and say, I'll take an hour off and then I'm going to go to my business, to my work. No. Do your work and say, okay, I'm going to take a break now. And it's going to be a half-hour break. And when I'm done with my break, I'm going back to my task, to my studying, to my homework. This, of course, is outside the scope of a restrained routine, which is, already set out. Again, be unperturbed. Your mind is an impenetrable temple to the outer world. Only your opinion can affect it, so opinion that which helps you. And also make sure that you socialize sometimes. Foster love, foster relationships. Be open in your ability to love others. Avoid seclusion. Avoid being alone for a long period of time. And don't ever think about what's the right decision or the best decision. The correct decision is the one that you currently feel like is the best one for you. The best one that you can currently employ yourself to, full of love. If this decision doesn't allow such confidence in you, perhaps it's not the right one. And yet again, perhaps this decision will only last for a couple of weeks or months or a few years. Well, fret not. You have successfully squeezed all of the love out of that thing. And normally means that yet again you found something even better, or that is currently better than that previous thing. Or perhaps you didn't, but you will find it. It just means that you've completed that layer. You've completed that thing which satisfied you. And you were acting full of love in the world. How could that be a wrong decision? In the process of acting with such freedom and such loving and passion and heart, you can bet you're going to be fulfilled. And in the meantime, you will find means to at least survive and eat food and live somewhat comfortably. And if not, a part-time job usually does the trick. That being said, naivety is not a sign of freedom or full of loving. So don't be swayed by the whispers of the devil and do things correctly. I'm going to be speaking about this matters a lot more in the upcoming season. I'm doing a lot of original research on it currently. So that's great news. It's a cool project of mine that I'm doing. So if you like this message or you feel like it'll be a good reminder for you, you can bet I'm going to be repeating it, and I'll be very grateful if for that reason you maybe subscribed, stuck around or whatever. You're not going to meet a stranger that will be rooting for you as much as I do. Strive to be 1% better every day, and much love.